saying.
It's good you spend too much time on the grassroots. You understand what people are talking about.
I'll tell you.
You've been listening to political views from different political parties. You say that the politicians are not talking about free education, they're not talking about CDF. Other people on the grassroots, you said, and on this program, Chairman, you say that people are complaining that things are not okay. Why aren't they talking about free education on the ground? Why aren't they talking about this thing you're talking about?
We have done those things. It's a responsibility of us to remind the people of Zambia. That's why we are here, that in the 2.5 years, these are the things which we have done. Despite that, there is this common one which everybody is demanding, the high cost of living. That is the talking. It's not about only those in opposition, even us in UPND, all of us leaders, we are talking about it. And changing the economy of this country is not an event. No. It is a process on its own to bring things all together. In our promises, in our campaigns, President Kainde consistently said that we need to have economic freedom in this nation. And that one to come, it is you and me and everybody who voted who are going to participate. As we are participating in this thing to recover, to ensure the environment of doing business in this country in terms of economy, all of us are going to participate. There will be some challenges. No one will come and do it. When you see these other countries are doing fine, it's because the people themselves, they worked together on that one. We cannot be talking about the bag of minimum every year that ungawadura. No. So a serious government, we need to have now a long-term plan. And the long-term plan comes with the consequences at the end of the day. So that we don't discuss about the bag of minimum. Today we have a dry spell. How do we now change it to ensure that even a small farmer is able to ensure that irrigation is there? This would be the mindset of the opposition and us in government. How do we deal with this matter now? Because people responded very well across the country. But unfortunately, and can you blame to the government? No. We need to appreciate the people of Zambia that they responded very well. Yesterday, President Kainde Chilema was saying, I'm worried because I encouraged Ujawamene acha babat yenda ulime. I've encouraged Jawa Saluni. I encouraged Jawaka booth aenda alima. Bali mamushemushi na kafetraiza watenga. But unfortunately, mvula itabwanji kulibe mvula. What am I going to tell them? You can think that the president now is thinking beyond, is very far now, is thinking about a vulnerable person who has responded to his message to say, change him. Because whatever we are discussing is about production and romance. In terms of food, all of us we just have to till the land. All we need to till the land. When you till the land now, so there are measures now, the Minister of Agriculture, the President, the team, that how do we deal with this matter collectively, all of us. Our responsibility is to support them. And two, we, party leaders, those in government, is not to attend to you and listen and to move with you, that we move together in these things. We are not stopping you to complain. We are not stopping you to say, Osakamba, where we have gone wrong. We are listening. But we are happy also when people are talking. Mubasi Wakamba,
Are you listening?
We are listening, yes.
I doubt if you're listening.
Just hang on. Just I don't want to lose this thought. Last year, President Kainde Chilema said, the complaint of fuel, the high cost of living, the dollar, is a fair complaint. What does it mean? We are acknowledging, all of us, that this is a problem, and let's deal with this problem. But I've said, and many times I've said, it is not an event because we are complaining. No. It's a process that even after 5 years, 10 years, no one should complain. And that's a vision of President Kainde Chilema. So this problem will be there, but this government is committed to ensure that vantu wakwanise kugula unga, vantu wakwanise chokudya, vantu wakwanise pesa mankola kuchipatia, vantu wakwanise that business and minister iliyonse bakwanisa. That is the vision of the president. All these things we are doing it in the interest of the people.
I wonder, because you're always on the ground, Chairman Liswaniso, speaking to the people, hearing people complain, and holding you accountable. How then do you react to people who say that, look, you promised a lot of things to us. When you were campaigning in 2021, you promised a lot of things. And someone is asking tonight, Chairman Gilbert Liswaniso, that fixing the economy. And people are losing patience. They're saying, you've been in office for the past 2 years and a half month. We're getting to 2026. Why are things moving slow?
First of all, you need to understand that in the same 2 years, despite the cost of living, there are certain things which we have done.
Such as?
Which we promised the people of Zambia. And I'll continue and I'll emphasize to people, especially for me, who is leading the young generation, the youth, the issue of free education. No matter how somebody would want to pin me, this one is an equalizer to the generation of this nation. That tomorrow, no one will even cheat on them. They are able to make decisions on their own. When citizens are educated, they have the knowledge, they are able to participate in many things. So sometimes we take advantage of them, all of us, because they don't understand. But this free education which Akainde has brought to the young generation, 10 years from now, this country will be so sound that innovation to come in. People are able to go to school on their own. From school, they are able to employ themselves. Today, as I speak to you, a lot of young people have gone to do welding, carpentry. The government is sponsoring them so that we can have a human resource which is knowledgeable to do things now on their own. Man, taking people from other countries. Today, we have it. Today, you are here so badly. Want to buy in the midst of kuchama punza agriculture. Government is paying from them, from the same manner of CDF. So there are many things which this government is doing to the young people today. Number two, the issue of CDF. The CDF, kuliwe nai nankara munusaka. It may be nothing. But in the people in the rural part, most who have gone, I will tell you that at least chipata chakapa fupi now. Chipata la vampasa nasa abuela. To look after the citizens in that area. Mankwala aliko. Bridge, swenzo enda kuskulu vana. Wabai kila tunga kulimvula, wakrosi nga vaenda. Kuli we 9 it is nothing, but somebody down the village, it means a lot. There's empowerment for the women and the youth in the same CDF. They're helping each other.
Are people appreciating this?
They're appreciating, yes.
Because
they're appreciating.
The vice president just yesterday was telling you off members of the UPND that you need to explain what you've done and not jumping on the boat cost of saying things are hard. You, the UPND, are equally complaining, according to the vice president, that you are complaining and you're making things worse for the people.
And I don't want anybody to misquote the vice president. I think he is coming here. I've just come here to warm the chair for the vice president here and to explain more in many things because we trust our mother. I'll tell you this, that he was telling us that let's explain to the people what we have done, despite these other issues people are complaining, including us. I've said here, even as the UPND, we are complaining. And I keep on telling people, whatever they ask me, there is equity now because all of us were singing same song. So there is an issue of employment itself. To 30, 40 teachers now, why can't we talk about it? Because from 2011, if I'm not mistaken, up to date, there was no advert of employment. But this government deliberately does open. That's what we're complaining. The young people are complaining that it is open for everybody. You have seen members of UPND complaining that what is here is. But because this government understands what we stood for, the promise we made that employment will be for everybody. As long as you are qualified, you'll be taken that way. Is that a bad thing? Every district lelo angena konchito. That's what we wanted. Even if we were 20, but 10 angana kuti each province tidobe. Let's share. That's what Akainde has brought to this country. Sabis and chito. That's why today even the government itself, President himself, he is in pressure because he knows that because now people are coming out those in the street and they're saying it's this government. Because at least there is a bit of transparency. At least you want to minus paying anybody. So they're saying this is the only government. So we are opening to each and everybody to say, let's participate. It's a promise we made to the people of Zambia. When we talk about the partial withdrawal, it's a promise we made to the people of Zambia. We talk about the retirees, it's a promise we made to the Zambia. The issue to do with the council, what is fall today. If there's someone who affordable council, people are getting paid every month. It's something which is good because in drama na kwenda kutukuma cadres. In drama zinaenda ku political party. But today, these things now are given back to the citizen. Mangena nchito mufola. Council kako na ndrama, yopengra po msewo, yofaka ma street lights, kapani ma robot, kapani drainage. All of us were benefiting as a nation.
Speaking about UPND listening and government listening, the civil society organizations have been releasing reports, inclusive of the church, of the country's shrinking democratic space. The Law Association of Zambia issued that report. Chapter 1 Foundation, the church mother bodies also equally complained about the shrinking democratic space. The president thinks otherwise. The vice president thinks otherwise. What does the party think about the complaints of, these are non-political parties, these are civil society organizations, about, the shrinking democratic space? Others say that the UPND is now arrogant. They're showing trace of arrogance because they cannot listen when they've been advised.
First of all, they have a right. They've got an opinion, the way they are seeing things. But you should understand that the 10 years of PF, there was lawlessness in this country. And lawlessness became even normal. That even people who are leading this organization, they still think that doing that wrong thing was the right thing. But because on the promise of the UPND, we maintained that there will be rule of law in this country. It's one of the promises we made the people of Zambia. So don't cry. But the issue is, do a right thing. We follow the law. All of us. Osa leta chabe vintu vako wa mumutu book was also the book ikamba bwanji. It is your laws. Ndio mnapanga malamu. So if you feel like these laws are not good, then go back, amend the constitution. Swalesa. Let's demand it. All of you demand it. Let's do this. The issue of shrinking of democracy in this country, give us examples. Because me, I'm not a national youth chairman who was behind. I was the front on the gun. I understand police brutality.
Stupid of political parties.
Let me tell you, I understand.
Let
me tell you, from every individual in European, from the branch level to a national level. I'm telling you, from a branch level to a national level, we understand how we're being brutalized, how we stopped even to mobilize. Some of us, you book a bus, mwafaka wantu mubus, mukamba na wewe, mukasiliza, mwacho some bus, mwapile. We could not have holding meetings. Today, all these political parties, they're having meetings. We meet. Maybe ni wafunse ba minimum organization. Niambe jawenzo cha wapendi kazi ba timba, so mkazati, yes, apa vichiti, wenzo chita sila PF. That's what you want. But parent meeting in a political party, takwapola. The way you are doing it, that's what you want. We have said no.
Oh, the police have denied the Socialist Party several times to have
what?
To have their meetings.
No.
Several
the
times
issue is
written
go.
Even the Patriotic Front.
Let me tell you, even us have been denied before. I think yesterday I was saying, I think even us as UPND, when we want to have any meeting or gathering, can we also tell the nation?
Why have you been denied?
No.
Denying these people?
No. The issue, as we have our own meeting, the opposite have got meetings. But when it comes to a rally, we are going to apply and we will be denied. We, the youth, were supposed to have a rally in November. We were denied. But the only mistake we made as youth, that we didn't tell the nation that is safe, Vaticanera. And I'm saying that today, all members of UPND youth, wherever you are, when you have a rally, apply, let the media know that you have applied. And when the person have said no, let the people also know the person have said no. So that we move together. So it will be looking as if even us, the rally, follow the procedure. And the police will tell you, they'll tell you that. It's them, they know.
This is what they're saying, they're shrinking the democratic space.
That's what's shrinking, my friend.
This is people's rights to assemble.
Let them assemble.
It's enshrined in our constitution.
Are you telling me that they're not immobilizing the party? Why do they come with the Oku? Why have they come with the Oku? Are they not having in the market? Let me tell you, I've told you that in the market, in the bus station, you go that are campaigning.
Even when they stop you, you've got the right to speak out.
Let me tell you, as we speak, we want to stop at any opportunity to speak. They speak. We, when they speak, we listen and we check. We haven't said whatever they say, these church leaders and everything, we want to blush it. No, we are looking, we sit down. Where have we gone wrong? Is it true we are stopping them?
So you don't think that the democratic space is shrinking?
It's not shrinking, my friend. I've already told you that these political parties
are dreaming, the civil society organizations are dreaming.
Let me tell you, their responsibility and their opinion towards UPND, even when we are addressing the rule of law, if there is a mistake they are seeing into it, they should mention to it. Maybe up over as you are stop them. And even us as a party UPND, the day the police will be in forefront to start topping the opposition, also on behalf of UPND, me have said, and even have said, meaning that Chipanchanga I would resign. I don't want the police to do the job of UPND, no. And I repeat here, even us will sit paja sumunaende bueno mwaruvyanya because wantu badandala pali each. But again, we politicians, we should not break the law. Because when you break the law, lawlessness comes to the country. You cannot build now your country. So the rule of law, it has come to stay in this country. To you church leaders, you need to tell your people every Sunday and Saturday, there's a rule of law in this country. You civil organization, you should tell all your organization and where you go that there's a rule of law in this country. When you talk about traditional leaders, it is your duty also to tell your subject to say there's a rule of law in this country. When there is a rule of law in the country, you develop your country. You encourage investors to come to your country. But do your politics. But it should be known that your politics should not injure other people. We should do it in the right way, collectively, all of us. No one is stopping anybody to mobilize. Go and mobilize. Go and talk to people. Do it. Check the UPND. There's nothing new. If there is a person who has been abused in this country, it's President Hakainde Hichilema. In opposition, even today, ngakulipati amene mwa delera abantu wa delera ni UPND. Kuidelera chabe. Somebody will just wake up warning President Hakainde Hichilema. Somebody will just walk on there go huko telecom minister. So all these things, ngudelera. Time your PF, can you do that? I'm asking these questions. Serious, I'm asking Zambians, can you do that? Kupono kabamena bakumenya abantu. Papa baenda. O bakugwira bakapokora kwika. We are not doing that. The reason is very simple. That's what you voted for. You demanded that you ufuna mkazikamba. But musapitilize malire again. That's what I'm going to say. That's what you voted for. Takupasa.
Is it wrong to want the president?
Nakamba kuti time ya PF kungavichi itevo. Pasa kumenya. Wana kumenya wasenzo sobera la PF. Baja nekwenza ziko zona. Osufuna uva mverera. That's why even mtu enda ku school anaye kuchinja mwe kuvala jombo. Kunkala kada oenda ku school. Unaona kama jombo masigwana. Kukatukana mu PF, you are qualified to have a job. Over and stand UPND. The issue is that we are maintaining the rule of law and come to stay. It's good.
People said you've rebranded as UPND. What the difference was with the UPF and the UPND is that the PF would wear all those, all those jumbos and that, but you are wearing suits as UPND, clad, your cadres, clad in suits. But I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about what happened at the newly opened, commissioned headquarters, the Anderson, Mazoka headquarters, that the president, commissioned. You received some defectors there. One of them is Father Frank Walia, formerly of the Socialist Party, former spokesperson, and Patrick Samumbila of the Patriotic Front. Let's talk about this. How important are these individuals that defected to your party? And do you think and feel that they are political heavyweights that are going to add value to the UPND?
And I'll continue saying this question is coming everywhere. The value number one which Father Frank Wara brings and Samuel is first of all there's a voter's card. That voter's card itself, that's a value. That NRC and the voter's card, that's a value they are bringing to the party UPND, is to add to the number. There's nothing I can explain it to go details and what. The value number one, which is very, very important, is the NRC and the voters.
Are you finding it very difficult, Chairman, so to bring those from other political parties to the UPND? Because the rate at which these people are coming is very slow.
Let me tell you, it's not about being slow. Others are coming quietly. And the UPND as a party, we believe on the grassroots, changing the branches of the PF to become UPND. Branches for so-called social party to become UPND. As we do at the grassroots level. That's when the bigger people now they are coming because they know what is happening on the ground in terms of numbers. You don't win election using noise and no. It's a figure which determines you where you are going. The figure which you are recruiting every day. And that's the method of UPND at every polling station. We know the numbers which we are keeping. And we have told many times that UP is not only intact, but it's growing every day. So the coming of these 2 or 3, 4 came yesterday is to add the value in terms of the numbers. Mr. Frankie Wale has his own numbers. First of all, the voters card itself and the NRS. That's a value number which me, as a politician, I respect.
Well, but
that's why when you look for the vote,
say these are non-entities.
It doesn't matter as long as that day is going to vote, because you can lose election using only one vote.
How many people did Frank Wale come with?
Hey, my friend, it's not about how many people come with. It's how many people are you going to pursue to join. We have pursued Mr. Frank Wale to come and join us. Now it's to go on the ground or start pursuing this one coming. That's what you do. You are adding numbers. That's a value itself. There's nothing else we're going to talk about it. So every person has a right to come and join UPND and go and work on the ground. That's why poenda kuvote kama even in chofunda azonchi na NRC na voters card tengeni and vote, because the vote adds. Oloni chakolwa, oloni janki, oloni ule, oloni mfiti, as long as anachani na voters card na NRC, you bring him. You make a mistake to say I was still a phone, you are gone. Let me give you this example. Let's say Stephen Frankie Wale, someone there. But these people, because they have seen what Akainde is doing, within their community, where they are staying there, they are busy preaching the word of Akainde and UPND, mobilizing people and bringing UPND. As a politician, what are you going to do? You have no choice. You follow. You say, the only thing has come on open.
Is there division within the UPND? Because the UPND seems not to, to be able to have open arms, to receive the people. While you, the leaders, are excited about people coming to join you, people from other political parties coming to join you. But there are those on the ground who are saying that these are the people who insulted us. These are the people who called us names. These are the people who said we've lamentably failed. And they've just basically come so that they eat in the UPND. And if some have got court cases, perhaps maybe, they're waved off.
Politics, who is Vandale? If you cancer. Indian Dale, Umambera. Wame anakumenya mailo, uzapeze kanani on the same table. Indale. The word we keep telling me and Anderson Banda. If there is a place where people forgive each other, it is in politics. Because there's only common goal if they want. In politics, could be enemy, permanent enemy, palibe, or permanent friend, palibe, more politics. You only fight for one thing.
Which is what?
Number one is to save the people with the right leader. So you choose whom you want to work with. So through what we have done in 2.5 years, people join UPND genuinely because what Akainde has done. Number one, others will just join because they have seen that no one is harassing them. They won't even talk about the bag of millimio. But the freedom they are enjoying itself, they'll say, we join this political party in different ways. So in Indale, yes, some will feel bitter. So it is our duty as leaders to talk to our members that we need people at the end of the day.
Do you think it's a reason perhaps why
it is normal?
You're not receiving as many people
the UPND
as,
went,
for example, the Socialist Party is receiving, an opposition political party chairman is receiving prominent figures
prominent figures
than the ruling party. What is making the UPND so unattractive?
Let me tell you, yes, let's sit here and I can bet with you that they're joining. Let's go towards an election, even after election. If those people, they'll stay there. We know who can be in opposition. We know who can be in the ruling party. UPND has an experience in opposition. It's the only longest political party in opposition which formed the government. We understand the things very well. That's why even our steps is bit by bit. I'm just telling the people of Zambia to understand that we have walked a long distance. And in that long distance, we faced a lot of challenges. There was even a time of denial and a time of acceptance. Now we are in government also. There are many things are happening. It is step by step. And from the experience from opposition, that experience will use it here in government.
Let's allow the people to talk, Chairman. We've got our first caller online. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Go ahead with your question or contribution. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Kindly go ahead with your question or contribution this evening.
Saying, Mr. Gilbert, what he's saying, the problem of UPND, the problem they have is the minister and the PS from the UPND, from Ministry of Information, they feel like this country belongs to them. You understand? So what he's trying to say, Mr. Gilbert, is trying to tell the people what they're not agreeing with. So the people had to decide to remove the PA from the ruling party, not just because of it also contributed because people had to say there was a high cost of raising. It also contributed. Now this is now worse. So it's not only cadres which they are talking about, and then talking about the free education. When you ask him, when was the pay for the school fees were 600, which means term 1 200, term 2 200, term 3 200. So that was not that much compared to this time. Talking of again, it's not the first time that you have heard that the free education. Even before there was free education from grade 1 to grade 7. He only added from grade 8 to 12, if I stand to be corrected. Even the time of our late father, Mr. Kaunda, there was education, which Mr. President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, he was going to free education. So it's not something new, whereby they should be talking about it every day, singing the same song without a bass. So we need something new in our time. Look at the minimum prices, 350. And then they are talking about this free education. How many years are you going to talk about free education? This is too much.
All right, good.
So what he's saying, they should not be always defending themselves. Where there's an error, there's an error. They should not be talking about, no, the previous. We are tired. We are tired of the previous government. We are tired of each point they say previous. They should focus. They should not focus on this Garungu. They should work according to the way they're supposed to work. Not
Godfrey Kangwa. Thank you so much, Godfrey Kangwa, calling us from the capital city, Lusaka, for that contribution. On Facebook, Louis Nasitali says, Chair, I agree with you. We certainly need to all participate in our country. Continues on this trajectory of being unproductive, we will not change this country. So we should stop complaining and find ways to lift ourselves from these challenges.
Honest. Those people are saying, there's some people, some sections who are saying that the democracy is shrinking. Honestly speaking, Andrew, if you remember, Varemukanya, airport to Kuchpata. We didn't hear anyone to say there's no democracy. During campaign, authorized the campaign by that time by ECZ, HH was denied to campaign. No one was saying that there's no democracy. Media, you were being beaten, hosting any member of UPND. They will come and beat you. No one, not even a great people, saying that there's no democracy. Pangas, tear gas. They were saying no one said there was no democracy. But today, they should mention things and say, okay, kuricha ifi, that's why we are saying there's no democracy. But if you don't say, people are freely participating, mobilizing their parties, selling freely in markets, wearing their regalias. No cadarism. Even this time, they're even insulting the president. But still people, they are saying there's no democracy. Let's just be honest people. I know those people are saying that, including those great people, they are just bitter. They were not expecting HH to rule the nation. Now, since HH is the leader of this republic, they are now bitter. That's why they are saying there is no democracy. But I can assure you, just wait after 5 years. All those people, they will be even praising HH. And the other thing, you are saying Frank Waya, you are just wasting your time. Just wait and see. They will be coming one by one. We know those people. But they will fight on the party in Onshta. Otherwise, there is a democracy.
Tembo Bilu Pia says, which free education when parents are taught to pay 800 kwacha for a child's space in school to be found? David Mwamba says, I think they must be sent back to opposition. They are failed. I regret voting for them. Peter Lumbala says, when a careful, wakuta kuna zobilela. John Piri says, even in Diamond TV, talking Milimu first, it's unfair to God. Second, to the president. Third, to ourselves. The government is giving us fertilizer and seed. Instead of eating the maize, we take and sell to the local buyers. Then we complain that kaunga kadula. Maybe that's what the president says. I don't know. Youth chair, explain to us. Hudson Kawanga says, what people want are solutions, not what he's talking about. Webby says, free education has always been there. I learned for free from grade 1 to grade 7. They only increased from grade 8 to grade 12. Enough of free education stories. This one, Pablo says, problem even... oh, the message has gone. It says you can't always be talking about CDF, this and that. But let's talk about the cause and, you know, some of the issues that people are talking about.
No, I'll say Mkonga. I agree with him 100%. If people are able to speak, that is democracy itself. I've said people are talking in the buses.
I've been talking, people have been talking.
Yes, no.
You were talking in opposition.
Let me tell you first of all, we feel in opposition. Sunga kame mafunsa, sunga kame mubasi nkani ya PF. So kopio kamugodi. You were covering those things. But sometimes we could not cover them because we're scared. You come and akuvailani in TV station. Ask everybody, every cheston. You cannot talk about the PF in a bus. It's direct bus driver and kupeleka kamugodi. When you plan goja. These things is real. Is these things happening today? The answer is no. So I want people to go on the ground up. People, what about messages up? Are we bitter? No, speak your mind how the way we are seeing things. But we'll respond the way we are seeing things also. We are here to answer all those questions. Are we running away because the bag of millions? No. Who come and talk to you? We are engaging. Are we meeting people on the ground? We meet people on the ground. In the filling station, they will tell you, our president, when there was a president, Minsuiri Moshe. Kasari Katusukari Bueno. The issue of wage free, you can remember the issue of wages, but no, Kandrama Skari Moshe. You remember? We spoke about it here. What the government did is to increase. But now it's about we need to talk. We have said, you talk your mind. Speak out what your challenges. The government will address your problems step by step. We have agreed. The government of UPND is not living in heaven. Please. Tinkara na imwe. Mukamba every day. Timbe sesa. But when you are responding to these things, we respond them step by step. Yes, you want it now. Issue is yes, not the market, no. The issue, I've told you that.
Where CADA is going to go now for their sustenance?
No. That's not the responsibility of the party leadership, including us, even me, is to share how do we take care of our own members. You can't go and start beating people in the markets because you are angry, no. So you have a shop, then you are going to be given something. Have a shop in the market, you are going to be empowered. Let's move in that way. And so far, so good. We have not said that, just hold on from there. We can't say that this party UPND or Predaka has left all the youth. No, there are people who have been given something at the end of the day. The others are teachers today because they are qualified. Others have gone to the police officers. But we're not saying that all of them, the UPND, have gone on.
So it's not wrong,
it's
not wrong to say that cadres have been employed in the police.
Is it a problem?
No, so it's not wrong for people to say you've been employed cadres.
I'm saying, is it wrong for me if today I'm given a job?
No, I'm also asking
if you give Garin Kombo as a job as a minister, why are you not complaining?
There's an interesting question for you, Chairman. Liswaniso, how many people were beaten and how many people are sleeping without food today? This is Kaloyo Mafuka.
Let me tell you, men are beaten, hunger will be there. We cannot say that when we formed the government, people have got different challenges. I've told you that. And even us, the same situation we are here, it's the same situation we have also even us in the UPND. But I've said that this government is committed to ensure that at least there's a 3 meals per day for every individual. But at the end of the day, collective oversight, yes, that's a commitment. It's a commitment. But to do that, we need to go and till the land. And I'll continue to say, it's about production. We need to work collectively, all of us. Changing of the
you seem to have a tough time, Chairman Liswaniso, because just last week, you were in Western Province. The youth of Western Province asked you to produce a visa before you could step in a Western Province. You seem to be having a challenge with the youths in Western Province who say that you're from Zambia, not Barotsaland, so produce. This issue hasn't died down yet. You went there with the party leadership of the UPND, members of parliament, including the Speaker of the National Assembly.
Yes.
And it seems that the people of Western Province are saying you've neglected them. You, the UPND, promised to deal with this issue of the Barotse, but you've neglected this issue.
Deal with what? The issue of what?
The Barotsaland.
That's a promise we made.
What?
They do hear Akainde Chima to say that when I come to this guy, when I come to the plate, I'm going to give you a Baros. I'm challenging the people of Zambia and the people of the Barotsaland. Did the Akainde stood in the platform, even ask the party leaders to say, we are going to divide this country now? Let me tell you, the same opposition political parties, when they were campaigning, they said, Akaenda kubwela zakajua chalo. You know that. When we're in opposition ourselves, we are going to unite this country. Now, you want to use Akaende Chilema now so that you can qualify what you were campaigning against him when we were in opposition. The answer, if you want to move in that way. I come from Barotsaland, and I'm proud, and the Uloskiwu was one, including me. I was born in the palace in Limolonga. I've gone to school to Watire Laloi. And when I keep quiet, it don't mean maybe I'm stupid, no. I understand, I've been born there. I went to school there. Even the same grouping of the young people who are propagating, I know them. But the issue here is, let's talk about to do with development.
How's the relationship with the British Royal establishment?
The party UPN and Predakaini, we have no issue with the BRI. We have no issue with any chiefdom in this country, and we respect these our leaders, all of us, and we continue doing so. Our responsibility is to address the challenges which are in Barotsaland, are the same challenges which are in Wapola, are the same challenges which are in Northern and Chinga and Eastern Province, Southern, Central and Northwestern Province, Copperbelt and Lusaka. These are the same challenges. By uniting the country, the backman which are kind of used first of all is to say the CDF to go to all the constituencies. Let's deal with matters.
In conclusion, Chairman,
the topic I brought is very important. Was to unite the people. The chiefdoms, let's go and address these challenges. In terms of investment now, let's talk about it. So those young boys, the so-called the Barotse Youth Alliance, we know them. I have no problem with the BRI and the Kuta. We have no problem. But for me, that grouping itself, I have a problem with them. They worked with Edgar Chagwalungu. They were given 2.5 million in Sefula. They started to know these things, Wadi and Darama. Even the vehicle they're driving, why don't they trouble Edgar Lungu by then? It's a question I'm asking them, my brother. So we know these things. But again, we should know that there are imilemas, the youth, there at the palace, who worked with us as UPND. They haven't taken anything. You ate yesterday, you want to come and make a noise. No, I'm saying no. If they want to hate me, let them hate me. But the issue is that group of the youths. No, you ate. You worked with Edgar Chagwarungu. You're not going to use kindly that approach, no. If you've got issues, there's an approach. The government will deal with the issue. I know it's a sensitive matter, and the government is doing.
And you've got evidence that Edgar Chagwarungu paid them 2.5 million.
2.5 million going to empowerment in Sefula. I've said you, the media, go there. You're going to check the same team. You can't play around. You cannot twist Hakainde Hichilema in that way. No. Even me, I'm saying now the National News Chairman, and I've said now I'm promising from this TV station today that those who deal with them politically, we are going there. We are going to do politics, and we are going to explain to the people of the Barossi door to door. I'm betting with them. I told them the very day when I was there. After every, I told them what you are doing, not under this time now. I was born
so
here also.
You threatened them?
I'm not. I was telling them, they were threatening me, and I told them also back to say we are going to do each other, your group and our group.
We need to close now, Chairman.
The issue here is let's develop all provinces.
Yeah.
That's the mandate of Hakainde. That's the constitution he has, is to develop this country. So let's push Hakainde Hichilema to ensure that he develop this country. Even as the people of Baros who push Hakainde to pass a time Kikwaso, to pass a time Kuseshe.
We need to close now.
That's the way it is.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Chairman Gilbert Liswaniso, UPND National Chairman, for coming and clarifying some of these things that are going on in our country.
Thank you very much. Ambuya kudaliseni, Adam on TV bonse. Ambuya dalisa Hakainde Hichilema, dalisa Mazambians. The opposition wants church leaders, collective, all of us, let's remain one as we are doing our politics.
We've come to the end of the program. Remember that Sunday is a big one. Costa Mwansa sits with the Republican acting president, Madam Mrs. Mutale Nalumango, to discuss the future of Zambia. On behalf of the entire production crew, thank you so much for watching. My name is Andrew Mwansa.